True love.
Yes.
Update for you.
Okay.
Craziness.
Oh, what?
Pikes Peak Ascent.
Cancel.
Here we go, full review. Saucony Endorphin Pro Marathon Racing Shoe Option 2020. We'll get into that in 1 second, but first of all, shout out to Parker Max, who has a YouTube channel as well. Thank you, Parker. Thank you for the postcard. I appreciate it, and the words on the back. And then the one and only Mike Coe. Do you know who that is? AKA Kofuzi. He sent in shoes. I haven't even opened up the box, but I can tell there's running shoes in here for the next Sharing Our Shoes SOS. Thank you, Kofuzi. I appreciate it, sir. Okay, let's set those down there. And let's dive in. Okay, today's run put us over 50 miles. Here it is on your screen for how many miles we now have in the Endorphin Pro. I believe it's 59 miles. So today's run, 21 miles, about 640 a mile. And yes, this is the closest I will come to running the marathon distance in a marathon racing shoe. Let's just say I would love to race a marathon in this Endorphin Pro. And before we dive into the specs of the Endorphin Pro, I just saw, well, first of all, I have an update for you on the Pikes Peak Ascent and Pikes Peak Marathon. We're gonna go inside, talk to True Love about it, give you an update there. And then also, I just saw literally like 10 minutes ago on Twitter, the Boston Marathon is canceled for 2020 in person, okay? But they're gonna do a virtual option on this date. I'm not sure how the logistics are gonna work, if anybody can sign up, but I do predict that is going to be the biggest virtual race probably in history. So all I said on Twitter was keep your head up, stay hungry, and 2021 will be here. It really will be here before we know it. Okay, here we go. 8mm drop in the Endorphin Pro. So actually, okay, I'm not gonna turn this into a comparison video to the Alpha Fly. I'm gonna do a second one for that later on this weekend. Okay, 8mm drop, 35mm stack height in the heel, 27mm in the forefoot. For the weight, we're looking at 6.7 ounces in women's size 8, 7.5 ounces in men's size 9, and there it is on your screen in my size, exact same weight as the women's size 8, so 6.7 ounces. I must say, considering the stack height, I'm very pleased with that weight for the Endorphin Pro. It feels lightweight underfoot, just so you know, like it feels really great as you're out there putting in the miles. Now, after 50 miles in the Endorphin Pro, how is the upper doing? I'm not noticing any wear and tear really at all. Now, I realize it's only 50 miles, but sometimes you can see a little bit of creasing happening, maybe a little bit here on the inside, but not too bad. Like I don't see any holes developing or anything like that. Again, back to that semi-gusseted tongue, very comfortable. I'll come back to the tongue and the collar of the shoe here in 1 second. Oh yeah, first impression video from what was it, 2 weeks ago? Maybe it was last week. Ventilation. I felt it again today on my 21-mile run, and it was getting pretty warm toward the end of the run. I love the ventilation that they built into the toe box especially, but even on the medial and the lateral side here, just great ventilation through the Endorphin Pro. So again, if you live in a hot area, I predict that, and I love the fact that they went with white rather than black for the upper color. And moving on to that midsole, I hate to even do this, the resilience test after 59 miles of that carbon fiber plate, because I think this can compromise the resiliency of this car. But I'm gonna do it for all of you just to see how it's holding up. Hold on here. Ooh, okay. I haven't done this, but you're seeing this live here, everyone. Well, it's not live, but that is encouraging. I'm feeling some really good spring back, return in energy. Wow. That is a good sign. Like I wasn't sure how resilient it would be, but that feels great actually. Again, Oh, it's so tempting to cut into this midsole, but I'm not going to, at least not yet, because I want to keep training in the shoe is the bottom line, and doing some time trials, etc., etc., etc. Okay, I'll come back to the midsole in 1 second. Lastly, onto the outsole. This carbon rubber on the outsole after 59 miles, everybody. And listen, okay, just full transparency, I'm not the biggest guy out there, so the outsoles on my shoes don't usually wear down really, really quickly, but I am seeing basically zero as far as wearing down the outsole rubber, which is just great. Like I'm not seeing almost, maybe a smidge through the toes here, but like it's really, really holding up well after 59 miles. On a combination of training, it was probably 60 to 70% concrete and pavement, and then the rest on a buffed out dirt trail here in Denver. So very encouraging sign for the outsole after 59 miles. For the fit and the comfort, I went true to size, and I'm glad that I did. I don't think I would want to go a half size down, even though it's a racing shoe. I think the toe box was, I mentioned in the first impression, was a little snug, but again, pretty much spot on through that toe box. But the length of the shoe, I believe, is good, and we'll talk about the heel pocket here in 1 second. And then the midsole ride, gosh, I mean, on the 21-mile run today, my legs at the end of it were not barking at me, not that much, you know. Even after the FKT a couple days ago, like they were getting a little tired, but I must say, I think that stack height is basically spot on as far as how much midsole foam they're putting into that stack height. So yeah, my legs, they weren't that tired after the 21 miles today. So good sign. And since we're talking about the midsole right now, let's actually do the durability prediction. I'm gonna go, like, after 59 miles, I may be noticing a little bit of creasing, just a little bit, ever so slightly, but I think the combo of the outsole rubber and this midsole, I'm gonna go with 300 plus. And I mean, I don't know what it is. Okay, so it's a PEBA. There it is on your screen, what it stands for. That is the more, I guess, on the scientific side of what this midsole is made of. And I gotta say, I think this midsole is gonna be resilient. So I'm gonna go with 300 plus miles of good, hard racing. Or time trials, or however you're using the shoe, especially during this time of COVID-19. So overall, very encouraging on the durability prediction scale. Now onto my positives and drawback for the Endorphin Pro. Positives, I got 2 of them. Ventilation, the breathability absolutely has to be at the top of the list. Also, smooth ride. That's the word that's jumping out at me for the ride of this midsole. Just smooth. You don't have to overthink it. And as far as your foot strike, I must say, I really love the ride of this midsole. Now, the drawback, and it's a little bit of a major one, okay, after 59 miles, I have yet to master the lockdown of my heel, which is a little concerning. Like I even today, I was feeling just a little bit, ever so slightly slipping of my heel through the heel pocket here at the back of the heel counter. And you can see there, like there's no rigidity there through that heel counter, which is fine. I don't mind that. But for some reason, the combination of the runner's knot and this collar, so actually I'm gonna say for Saucony, how could this collar be ever so slightly reduced in size so that I feel, I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this, feel a little more lockdown with the heel in there. Now, how will I use this shoe moving forward? Who's the best for? I would love to race a marathon or a half marathon, but probably a marathon. I would lean in the direction for the Endorphin Pro, but no marathons happening right now, so it's gonna have to be time trials for the Endorphin Pro. And who's it best for? I think someone who is looking for a carbon fiber plate racing shoe with some higher durability predictions. It's always predictions when it comes to durability because I just can't take shoes, you know, past 300 miles. But again, I think there's going to be some resilience through the midsole, and I would say absolutely through this carbon rubber on the outsole. So if you want to buy one shoe for the next, I don't know, 6 to 9 months to train in and do time trials in, because we're not all racing right now, I think the Endorphin Pro could be an option. And for that price point of the Endorphin Pro, $200. All right, that's a lot of money. I realize that's a lot of money, but given the fact that the stack height is there and the weight is under 7 ounces in my size, I think Saucony is really pushing the ball forward for their Endorphin lineup. And I predict a lot of people who don't want to maybe pay that $250 plus price point, that a lot of people are going to be showing up at races in maybe the fall 2020, definitely spring 2021 in the Endorphin Pro. And I believe it is shipping from Running Warehouse like early June. I'll confirm right now. And for my final score, 7.8 out of 10. Almost, if that lockdown was ever so slightly better, I probably would have given it an 8.1 or 8.2, but I had to go under 8 because, again, just didn't quite nail the lockdown. All right, question of the day, everyone. Here we go. Saucony Endorphin Pro. If you could choose only one other marathon racing shoe for me to compare this shoe to, whether it's a shoe that's already available or is going to be available soon, what shoe would you choose as far as the next running shoe battle for the Endorphin Pro? Sound good? Thanks for being... Oh, we're not done. Not signing off. Let's go tell True Love about the Pikes Peak Ascent and Marathon. True Love. Oh, there she is. Oh, you making something? You making something? Oh, JoJo. Hello.
This is the best banana bread ever.
Oh, nice.
I try and make it as often as I possibly can.
We love banana bread. All right.
Here's the trick.
Yeah. Oh,
Rotten bananas.
Rotten bananas. Whoops. True Love.
Yes.
Update for you.
Okay.
Craziness.
Oh, what?
Pikes Peak Ascent.
Canceled.
Canceled. Pikes Peak Marathon.
Not canceled.
Not canceled. Yet. Now, they don't know yet.
They
could.
But as of now, for sure, the Ascent, but not the Marathon.
They're going to try. So that is the update. Pikes Peak Marathon.
You have such good instincts.
Right?
And wisdom.
To not sign up for the Ascent this year. It was a good year to sign up for the Marathon.
That's funny that they did one but not the other. Why is that?
I think because of the carpooling off the mountain in the vans and the
yes.
buses, everyone in a building. But we marathon runners go to the top and then you run back down. So
they can do it safe.
Yeah.
They can do it safe.
That is our hope. That is our hope. So anyway, that is the update. I know. I'm shocked actually.
We're coming for you, babies.
We're coming for you.
Coming
Pikes
for
Peak
you.
Marathon, we're coming for you. We love you guys. And to all the Ascent runners out there, keep your head up, keep fighting, keep working. 2021 will be here before you know it. It really will be. But who knows? We'll see. All right, we're going to toss it back to, we'll toss it back to the Saucony Endorphin Pro first impression, since that was the vlog that was the focus of today's vlog. But I wanted to get you an update on Pikes Peak as well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Onward and upward. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.